Real-life horror movie. Why has a ghost possessed the body of a young beauty and is now trying to kill her? Will the psychics manage to save the poor girl? Don't miss one of the most shocking investigations ever. This is the project of real and astonishing stories, Psychic Investigations. Here, people who call themselves clairvoyants take on high-profile criminal cases and unbelievable paranormal phenomena. Ukraine, a small town near the capital. In this house lives the Uryukov family, mother, father, their daughter Alina, and son Yevhen. Everyone is worried about Alina. She is 17, just finished school. She loves music and writes her own songs, but recently, something strange has been happening to her. She says that nearly every night, a ghost torments her.
Something grabs my hand. I feel this icy cold.
Her mother constantly sees her in tears, and Alina keeps telling her about a strange entity that threatens her.
It says, "Soon I will take full control of you."
Lately, the spirit has not only been grabbing the girl's hands, but even strangling her.
Bruises and scratches appear, then turn into scars. This one is still on me.
But the most terrifying thing happened a month ago. The ghost returned, and this time, Alina barely survived.
I was sitting on my bed watching a movie when I heard this rustling sound outside my window. And then, I remember seeing something white standing right next to me. And suddenly, this sharp pain. It felt like I was in a fog. I couldn't move, couldn't breathe. With my last bit of strength, I just screamed.
Alina's mother, Alina, heard her daughter's horrifying scream from the next room and rushed in. The sight left her paralyzed with fear. Her child was convulsing violently on the bed.
She was twisting, screaming, "Mommy, save me, I'm dying." I panicked. I called the ambulance, and they rushed in, started examining her, put her on a stretcher. They said it was pneumothorax.
Pneumothorax, the buildup of air between the two layers of the membrane that covers the lungs. When air enters this space and the pressure inside becomes higher than in the lungs, breathing becomes impaired.
Air flows in when you inhale, but it doesn't escape when you exhale.
Air kept building up inside Alina's lungs, but she couldn't exhale.
If a patient doesn't receive medical attention in time, it can be fatal.
An emergency surgery lasted nearly 6 hours. Alina was incredibly lucky. She was saved.
The doctor told me, "You only had 20 minutes left. You got lucky."
Pneumothorax usually occurs in two cases: due to chest trauma or lung diseases such as abscess, tuberculosis, or inflammation.
She never had any health problems.
The cause of Alina's attack remains a mystery to the doctors. Her family and Alina herself are terrified.
I beg you, please come and help my child.
I'm afraid of dying. I still want to live. Please help me before it's too late.
Ukrainian clairvoyant Olena Kuryilova and British medium Anna Galliers take on the case.
Alina, I had a strange vision on the plane. I saw the angry eyes of a young man. He grabbed me by the throat and struck me, and then, in an instant, everything changed. It was cold and damp, darkness all around. I looked up, and there was a bright light, like a full moon. But then something happened, like an eclipse. The full moon started shrinking until it completely disappeared, and I was left in complete, impenetrable darkness.
Anna, last night I had a terrifying dream. It was as if I was in a tiny pitch-black room. In front of me sat a black cat. Then a door appeared on the wall. It opened, the cat darted through it, and I followed. And on the other side there was a well. And beyond the well there she was, Alina. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for responding. Please help my daughter.
Look into my eyes. The threat to her life.
In this house, Alina, You've encountered something from the other side more than once.
Yes.
Then maybe the problem lies within your house?
That's not our cat.
This is someone else's cat.
But how did it get here?
The windows and doors are closed. It couldn't have just slipped through.
It feels like this black cat has appeared near you before.
Yes, I remembered. Just this week, I was walking through the city and I saw a black cat. It was just standing there staring at me. This is the same one.
Who are you? Don't touch me.
When it started scratching Alina, I was in shock. The eyes weren't cat-like. It was mad, wild. Its gaze was like the devil's.
I still don't understand what this cat is. Let's isolate it for now. I'll let it stay here for a while.
Something also happened to you that's connected to the cat, in a dream.
I woke up in the middle of the night gasping for air. I dreamt of a cat sitting on my chest. But when I woke up, nothing was there.
And your brother has felt something too.
I was sleeping and I dreamt of a cat. It was walking toward me and started scratching. In the dream, it was choking me.
Yevhen, give me your hands. I see a woman's eyes. A woman. She's saying something. They don't listen to me.
A spirit of some woman is trying to tell you something. That's why it often roams this house. I'm looking over there, and from the room where you, Alina, locked up the black cat, there was just a strange light, like a camera flash. Let's go into that room, the one with the cat. Strange, but I no longer feel any negative energy.
It's gone.
The cat really isn't here. Where did it go?
Chills down my spine.
I was in shock.
That wasn't a cat, it was a shapeshifter. A shapeshifter is a being that can transform into an animal or back. Until we entered the room, I could feel the presence of a female spirit in this house. But the moment we found out the cat had disappeared, the spirit vanished with it.
I need to go outside for some air.
Alina is breathing heavily. It's clear she feels really unwell.
Alina, what's happening?
Are you feeling sick?
The girl stops responding to questions. Tears stream from her eyes.
Alina!
Look at me.
Suddenly, through her tears, the girl began to laugh.
That's not her! That's not her!
Alina changed in an instant. Her eyes, that laughter, it wasn't her. And most importantly, her energetic aura turned completely gray. That only happens in cases where a spirit has taken over a person's body. Somebody, give me a lighter.
It was as if there were two people inside Alina at the same time.
In medicine, this is called dissociative identity disorder, but in reality, it could be spirit possession of a person. And if the spirit fully takes over a person's consciousness, it kills.
Sometimes something enters her.
I had to take drastic measures.
It seems Alina has regained consciousness. Only later was she able to explain her condition.
My chest started to feel tight. And that's it. After that, I couldn't control myself and remember nothing.
This isn't the first time. She lashes out, curses. My child becomes unrecognizable.
I don't remember my attacks.
Each time, Alina says, it happens the same way. First, she sees a white apparition. Then, something seems to choke her, and she begins to see everything as if through a fog. It's like a dream where you can't control your actions.
Even if she went to every psychiatrist in the world, they wouldn't find a diagnosis.
She's already seen a psychiatrist.
I went to a psychiatrist. He said everything was normal.
Alina was sent home, but a few days later, the attack happened again.
I just thought maybe I had lost my mind a little.
You haven't lost anything. This is an attempt to take your soul.
Something is trying to possess you, Alina. All your attacks are attempts to push your soul out and replace you.
I hope someone will help my child.
The most important thing now is to find out who this spirit is and why it chose you.
I had a vision, as if a black cat was nearby. It ran into a small neighboring house in Alina's yard. Strange, but I saw something similar in my dream before the investigation. There was nothing around, just a black cat sitting in front of me. A door appeared on the wall. The cat ran into it and I followed. Let's go there.
I can feel the energy of a dead person coming from there.
The clairvoyants point to a small annex. This is where Alina currently lives.
I'm being shown a small wooden box. There are some pieces of jewelry inside. Are they yours?
Yes. Yes, they're in there. Here.
May I open it?
Yes.
Something is missing from the box. There was a ring here. A woman gave it to you.
She has curly hair. She comes here sometimes.
That's Grandma Ludmila.
The ring that was taken from Alina's box was removed from a dead person.
Wait. She used to bring things home from the morgue, remember?
She worked at the morgue. A small wedding ring, I just remembered. It's in our house. I don't know where she got it from.
The ring that Alina's grandmother had given her was indeed once inside her jewelry box. Now, it is stored separately.
The ring belonged to a woman who had died. And I thought, what if it's her spirit that is trying to possess Alina's body? Can we speak to the grandmother?
Hello.
This is my grandma, Ludmila.
Lyudmila, do you recognize this item?
No,
You gave it to me once.
did I? I must have forgotten.
Lyudmila, but you worked at the morgue.
Yes, as an orderly.
Did you take this ring from a dead person at the morgue?
The woman burst into tears.
It's my fault. I worked at the morgue, and as soon as I started my shift, I took a ring off someone.
The woman said that times were tough for the family. She had hoped to make some money, but never managed to sell the ring. Eventually, she gave it to her granddaughter.
After this ring appeared in your home, strange things began happening, didn't they?
I see things, hear rustling, knocking sounds.
The owner of the ring was a woman, and this piece of jewelry was very important to her.
Behind Alina, I suddenly saw the black cat again. It instantly turned into a woman. She pointed at Anna's hands, where the ring was, and said, "I only need that. I don't need the girl."
Fortunately, the spirit isn't evil. It only asks for what rightfully belongs to it. You need to take the ring to a cemetery and leave it there on any grave, and the spirit will leave. It is not possessing the girl. Besides, Alina, you only got this ring recently.
Yes, just recently.
Let's go to your place.
However, the girl suddenly feels unwell again.
I can't control my body. I feel awful.
Who are you? Tell me. You can speak, can't you?
Yes,
Why did you come to this living girl?
she has already lived long enough. I have the right to live too.
Breathe. Inhale deeply through your nose. Exhale loudly through your mouth. Open your lungs. Open them. She wants to live your life so badly. She is trying to take over your body.
But who exactly is the clairvoyant talking about? As Alina recovers from another attack, Anna Galliers silently walks off, away from the Uryukov family's home.
I hear a whisper, a woman's voice, but it's not a living person. We need to go this way.
My God, what's happening? Get some water.
I don't know what's happening. It was terrifying. It felt like I fell into some kind of pit. It was dark, and there was a lot of water.
There's a well here.
Oh my God, someone died in that water. A girl. I can see a vision now. A young girl and a boy near this well. He attacks her, grabs her by the neck, strangles her, and throws her into the well before sealing it shut. I've seen a similar vision before. His cruel eyes. He's trying to grab me by the throat. When he threw the girl into the well, she was still alive, barely breathing. The last thing she saw was the same thing I'm seeing in my vision, the lid of the well slowly closing over her like a coffin, a horrific death.
This is chilling. But what the medium senses really did happen in this area?
Sometime in the 1980s, this happened. A guy threw a girl into a well and sealed her inside. I think she even died in that well.
This girl is closely related to your daughter, and you know something about it, Alina.
The woman isn't sure, but she thinks Alina's strange dreams, which her daughter occasionally tells her about, might be connected to this whole story.
She says she dreams of falling into a well, scratching at the walls. Her fingers scraped and bleeding.
She comes to me in my dreams often.
She's trying to take over your body, remove your soul, and replace it with her own. She wants to live. You won't be here anymore.
It's hard to believe. So, does this mean that the spirit of a girl who died many years ago is occasionally possessing Alina, pushing her out of her own body? But why?
Wait, Alina, that well was sealed shut. No one touched it. But at some point it was opened. And it was your husband's hands that did it.
My husband threw a pump in there and drained the water into our pool.
When we bought this house and built the pool, I put a pump in there and drained all the water out.
That well was her grave. Her spirit remained there all those years because no one disturbed it. But when it was opened, the girl's spirit was released. By draining the well, the homeowner unknowingly tied the spirit of the deceased to this house. And then, the spirit saw another young girl, alive, happy, living the life she herself had been denied. She loved life so much, and now she wants it back. We must expel the spirit and break its connection to Alina.
To save Alina, we had to take a risk. Summon the spirit that keeps trying to possess her and force it to leave for the afterlife forever. Alina, give me your hands. Close your eyes. Open them. Look at me. Has she come back? Is she here again? It was terrifying. The spirit refused to leave Alina. I decided to use my last resort, a mirror, to create a portal to the other world and pull the spirit into it.
That was a good sign. Life will be better for this family from now on.
Do you feel better?
Yes, much better. Thank you.
Stay strong.
A portal to the netherworld in an ordinary apartment, and a murderous ghost hunting a child. Don't miss out. Can the psychics protect a girl from a poltergeist? In this episode, the clairvoyants will try to save the life of a charming Ukrainian girl, Stefania. Not so long ago, the little third grader did cheerleading, a sporting discipline that combines the elements of dancing, gymnastics, and acrobatics.
Turn around. The fist to the floor, and another hand. And the split.
She is the Ukrainian cheerleading champion. That is, she had a very promising future.
Stefania dreamed of winning the World Cup and making her family and nation famous.
I wanted to be the best athlete, and then a coach.
But last fall, a tragedy occurred that made her forget her hopes. The 9-year-old girl had a bad heart attack. Stefania almost died.
Her heart was leaping out. She had wild tachycardia.
She was delivered to the intensive care unit with a pulse rate of 240 beats per minute.
The doctors diagnosed her with supraventricular tachycardia, a sudden surge in heart rate that, if not addressed promptly, could lead to fatal consequences.
Before the operation, they told us, "It's a miracle you saved your daughter."
Stefania underwent an urgent surgery. Her parents spent a day and a night at the door of the intensive care ward, praying their daughter would live. However, the girl's family, coach, or even doctors can't explain how a healthy and active child suddenly developed such problems with her heart.
Stefania had absolutely no problems with her health. It's a sports school, so our students undergo regular checkups every 6 months.
A few weeks prior to the incident, the girl had undergone a pre-tournament examination, which revealed no issues or defects in her heart.
All children have a compulsory examination. A cardiologist takes cardiograms, and the kids undergo all the necessary tests. She had no negative results at all. That is, she was absolutely healthy. We were shocked.
But the strangest thing is that a day before the attack, Stefania had had a nightmare.
I saw a funeral. It was my funeral. I remember I stopped breathing. Then I was taken to a morgue. And then I was buried.
Oleg and Yulia, the girl's parents, say Stefania had told them of her nightmares even before that. They noticed that, after such dreams, their daughter found herself a step away from death.
Her birthday's on the 1st of December. At the training, she fell and broke her arm.
I had another nightmare. It was also about a funeral. And I was there. There was a woman there. And she said, "Stefania, come over here. Stefania, come over here."
The girl's nightmares are getting more frequent, and the lively, active child is fading rapidly. The attacks continued even though, after the complicated surgery, the doctors guaranteed Stefania would come back to living a normal life.
The doctors were 100% sure. They guaranteed it. But now she's been handicapped and disabled since childhood.
Stefania's family is sure some kind of otherworldly force is trying to take the girl away. Most of all, the fear that they can lose their daughter after another nightmare.
She's my sister, and I worry about her. I can lose her any moment. this is the worst thing of all.
Stefania's parents are sure only the psychics can save the girl from death.
This is the cry of the heart, the cry for help. Help us save our daughter.
I'm addressing the psychics, asking them to help me. This isn't something from the human world, it came from the world of spirits.
Famous clairvoyants Olena Kurilova and Rubina Tsibulska embark on the case.
I've arranged the mirror corridor to see and understand who or what is threatening the child. A woman drags her by the hand. She's dark-haired and she wears a black headscarf. She takes it off and extends it to Stefania. The girl puts it on. Then she pulls the girl into another world. And another picture, a table, and she's lying on it. The table is cold and the place looks like a morgue. She's on the table, and she's surrounded by other tables with little children lying on them. What a terrible vision.
I see a dark-haired boy. He extends his hands and there's fire in his palms. He tells me, "Shall we play?" Wait. Laughter. I hear children's laughter. 2 boys, little blonde angels. They're laughing. This is very weird.
But who are the boys? And how are they connected to what is going on with the girl? To sort it out, the psychics go to see Stefania's family.
Hello.
My name is Yulia. These are my children, Arseny, Karina, and Stefania.
Stefania. Stefania, could you please look into the mirror? Do you see yourself? A vision. A bed with a wooden back and Stefania's lying in it, quietly, on her side. And I see 2 hanged women next to her. I had chills running down my spine. On both sides of the girl, 2 dead women were hanging in slip knots. The women were identical or almost identical. They had similar clothes and faces, and even their heads were tinted similarly.
Are they twins?
Do you know what it could mean?
No.
But what does the psychic's vision of the 2 hanged women mean? And what does it have to do with the girl?
Do you remember earlier today before the investigation I told you I'd seen a boy with dark curly hair? He's calling me. He's trying to take me somewhere else, to another place. He's saying something about a fire and home.
In the apartments.
It's hard for Yulia to speak of it, but we learned that there had been a fire in the apartment the family rented previously.
The answer is there. Can we see that place?
Yes, we can.
Yulia's husband also arrived to his family's former residence after work. Yuri, the apartment's owner, is having the place renovated. He recognized the psychics and let them in. There, they immediately shocked everyone with their revelations.
A vision. The 2 little angels lying on their sides next to each other. And the third? The third? It's a boy. He's bigger. He's elder.
There were 2 of them.
Are these your kids, Yulia? Are these your sons? So it means right at the door they...
Emil was lying at the door and Timothy was next to the wardrobe.
Emushka?
Yes, Emushka. I always called him Emushka.
My God.
It's impossible to comprehend the thing that happened in this apartment. Yulia and Oleg lost 2 sons here. The elder boy, Timothy, was 4, and the younger, Emil, was 2. The wiring caught fire.
The place was shrouded in smoke.
They suffocated.
The spouses will never forget that awful day. Oleg was at work. He had a shift at the mine. Their elder children were at school, while Stefania was at the kindergarten, not far from home. Yulia went to take her home and left her younger son's home alone.
I remember I asked my elder kids, please, somebody come home earlier, but unluckily, they were all busy. Why did it have to happen on that day? Had I known it was the last day of their lives, I would have come up with something different.
Yulia was only gone for 20 minutes, but by the time she and Stefania got home, the boys were already dead.
I simply remember the moment when I entered the courtyard. These 2 benches and the green blankets, they were covered with hospital blankets. God. I have no life. I think that I only blame myself for it.
He loved you so much. And he says, Dad, I love you so much. He embraces you saying, Dad, I love you so much.
It's his favorite phrase, I love you so much.
Were your children baptized?
We didn't have time.
I had a vision. A morgue, the 2 boys, and Stefania. The table, and she's lying on top of it. And other tables around. Other little children are lying on them.
I had a dream. I saw myself from the outside. I was lying in the morgue. And then I saw my brothers, Emil and Timothy.
But what does this vision mean? Will Stefania really die? Are her dead brothers trying to take her away?
She cared for them a lot, and she loved them. She was a second mom to them.
I miss them so much, and I can only think of them. I'd really like if Timothy and Emil were alive, to take Emil to the kindergarten and Timothy to school.
It was impossible that the dead boys were trying to take their sister away. Stefania's brothers would never hurt her.
It was possible the boys had been killed by the same force that was hunting their sister. I saw the boy with the fire in his hands again. He'd brought us to the apartment, but now he was smiling, saying, "It's just a game." I couldn't understand anything. Who was this boy? Only 2 children were in the apartment on that day. Alina, but you mentioned 3.
He didn't die here in this apartment, but you're somehow connected to him.
How old was the boy?
11 or 12.
Water.
We'd lived in the apartment for 5 years before we learned a child had died in it.
He dove into the water and broke his neck. He never resurfaced. We'd lived in that apartment for a long time. They were born there.
Timothy and Emil were born there.
Were Timothy and Emil born in the apartment?
I understood I'd seen the dark-haired boy for a reason. He could be connected to the brothers' deaths because they burned, and in my vision, he was holding fire in his hands.
It turned out that while the family lived in another apartment, Yulia gave birth to 3 children, Stefania, Emil, and Timothy. The boys were already dead. The girl had been on the brink of death a few times. It was possible that death was coming for the children from that apartment.
The psychics go to check their idea on the site. Nobody answers the door, as the apartment is currently uninhabited. So, the clairvoyants work at its door.
The boy drowned in a body of water, but his spirit keeps coming to the place where he lived.
Alina, what is this?
There was a fire in this apartment.
Yes, I woke up to the strong scent. I couldn't breathe. It was a miracle that I woke up at all. The children were sleeping with me. They were always with me.
Everyone is stunned. Does this imply that Yulia's children were under threat from the fire prior to the tragedy that claimed their lives?
He came, the boy's spirit came.
But it was strange that it kept coming to other places where Yulia's children lived. What did he want?
What does this mean? Did the drowned boy's spirit cause the fire in another apartment as well? Did Timothy and Emil die because of him?
I have a feeling he thinks of you as his family. They're my brothers and sister. Did Stefania do anything? She sees something, and she's pointing her finger and waving it. Did she do it?
Yes. I'm playing. Who are you playing with? This is my friend. This is what she told me. Other kids laughed at her. She locked herself into the room and spent hours inside. It was his room, the boy's room.
The child, I hear him. A moment. He's crying. I was simply playing with them, don't blame me. He doesn't want to kill anyone.
The boy was very lively. He was full of energy. He was running and bolting. He was bright as a spark. Whenever he came around, electricity circuited. The wiring began sparkling.
Yes, the electricity reacted.
Lights started blinking. It could turn off and on itself.
It seemed it was the cause of the fire in the other apartment in which the family had lived. After Yulia went to take Stefania home from the kindergarten, the drowned boy's spirit came to play with the brothers. His energy set fire to the wiring, and the boys died.
This is why Rubina saw him say, "Shall we play?" Then why's it happening to Stefania? What is this thing?
Yulia. The boy says he's not bothering you anymore. He's not haunting your home.
The spirit realized the fire was his fault, and he felt guilty of the brothers' deaths. So, not to harm anyone else, the boy's spirit stopped visiting the children.
Then what is trying to take the girl away?
At that moment, I looked into the mirror and caught a glimpse of a woman in a black headscarf. Then I remembered that I'd seen her earlier that day.
The boy says she used to live in the apartment where the fire killed your children.
But who is this woman in the black headscarf? And why, in the psychic's visions, is she dragging Yulia's daughter to the grave? The clairvoyants decide to go back to the apartment in which the fire took Stefania's brothers.
Who shoved me? It was sharp like this.
I saw Timothy in front of me.
Wait, how did you see him? Was he in some kind of haze?
Yes. And there was light shining above.
There's an open portal. I needed to find a mirror in the apartment. It would show me the answer. Look, a hanged woman. She's in here. She's reflected in the mirror. She's restless. Were you her husband?
Yes, we live together.
And she did it on some holiday, right?
Yes, it was winter, the New Year's Eve.
I felt the woman's suicide was somehow connected to Yuri. He'd done something that had made the woman hang herself. She left a note. Who did it address?
It was for me. She wrote, "Anastasia, I love you."
It turned out that Anastasia is Yuri's late wife's daughter. She stole the man from her mother, and after her suicide, she married her stepfather.
I looked at the place where the apartment's former owner hung herself and saw her in the slipknot. And then I realized it. I understood what my vision of the hanged twins meant. They weren't twins. The two hanged women in the black headscarves were the owner of the apartment and her reflection in the mirror. At the moment of her death, a portal between the worlds opened in the mirror, and it remained open. Through it, the woman's spirit kept coming back to the apartment, and for some reason, she stuck to Stefania. But how and why had it happened? Baby, tell me, please. I had a vision of you in this apartment, standing with a piece of dark, black cloth.
Did you put it on?
Yes, I did. Karina was sleeping in the room, and I noticed the light turning on and off in it. When I went in there to check, I didn't see anybody. But I found a black headscarf. We didn't have such headscarves at home. When I took it into my hands, it was cold.
The black headscarf the girl found used to belong to the dead owner of the apartment. Once the girl put it on, her spirit stuck to her.
The connection with spirits sucks power out of even the strongest psychics, let alone an ordinary child. We needed to break the link, otherwise, Stefania would die.
We'll conduct a ritual.
We're going to close the portal. We need to close the mirror.
O Lord, thou who lives in heaven,
put the mirror on the floor. I release you, I block the path. Break it. Leave. Leave. All right, we did it. We blocked her way here. This is it. All the ways are blocked.
Baby, step over the mirror. All right. Good job.
Stefania, do you see the corridor?
No.
Did you see the closed door?
Yes.
That's it. She's gone.
You will be fine. Do you hear me?
I'm not scared anymore.
I'm not simply grateful. I love you.
We love you too. We love you too. Do you hear me?
This is unbelievable. The girl almost lost her life after she played with the dead woman's black headscarf. A mysterious, otherworldly force obscures people's minds, making them commit suicide. Who and why summoned the killer from the netherworld? The psychics are going to reveal the truth. Lisa Credencer from Ukraine has asked the psychics for help. She's 21. A year ago, the young woman had a dream to travel across all the countries of the world, but now she can't even step out of her home. The reason behind that is the severe pain that pierces through her body.
I have 4 spine fractures, 9 rib fractures, a broken collarbone, brain concussion, and fractured pelvis.
Lisa fell from the rooftop of a 5-story building.
She's got 4 implants in her backbone.
What was she doing on the rooftop of the building, half a kilometer away from her home? Lisa can't say what brought her there and why she fell, because she lost her memory after she fell.
I don't recall that day at all.
Lisa's neighbor saw her fall from her kitchen window. The woman claims Lisa behaved like she was mesmerized.
She walked straight along the roof and then she fell suddenly.
The surgeons spent over 15 hours saving Lisa's life.
It was terrible. She was in a coma. We all prayed for her life.
I cried in pain, unable to understand what I was doing in the hospital and why I was hurting all over.
The police found no traces of alcohol or drugs in Lisa's blood. Also, having analyzed the position of her body and the distance from the building's roof, the experts concluded that nobody had pushed her. As such, the investigators assume she attempted to commit suicide. However, Lisa's friends and family claim it's impossible.
She had plans for the future. She dreamed to have a family and kids and build a career.
Lisa is one of the best makeup artists in her town, and she recently received a prestigious award given to the best Ukrainian makeup artists.
My work is my hobby. I enjoy myself doing it. Everything was great.
Lisa and her friends and family are sure that the thing that happened to her was done by an otherworldly force. What makes them think so is the fact that half a year before the incident, Lisa had seen a mysterious dark figure that lacked half of its body in her house.
A dark silhouette without eyes or anything else appeared. It was like a shadow.
The following night, a voice started calling out to her, and she went after it. However, in the morning, she couldn't recall anything.
We haven't found any mental problems in Lisa, and can't explain what is going on to her.
The project's strongest psychics, Kayal Alekperov and Zhana Shulakova, agreed to help.
I saw the spirit of my late grandmother. She told me, when you find her who lies in the same grave as her murderer, don't trust Kayal's words.
You know, it's the first time when my jinns forbid me to take up an investigation. My book tells me, when you see the children in the burning house, find him who grants wishes. But what wishes does it mean? Lisa's parents and elder sister, Aida, meet the psychics. Lisa herself can't stand for a long time because of the pain.
Hello.
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 Some evil spirit is indeed haunting your daughter. This is because some kind of contract with otherworldly forces.
Does Lisa practice magic?
We don't know.
Hello.
Hello?
This is the force bound to you. Have you ever practiced magic?
No, never.
Let me ask my jinns what kind of force it is. According to the Quran, jinns belong to sapient creatures made by Allah. The other similar types of entities are people and angels. The jinns have aerial or fiery bodies and can assume any appearance. As a rule, they're hostile toward people, but part of them has acquired faith and started preaching Islam. This is the type of jinns Kayal Alekperov works with. I was shocked. I tried to summon my jinns, but they wouldn't appear.
Has it ever happened before?
No. It's the first time. Suddenly, we saw Aida feel unwell.
It throws me into the heat, and the next moment I'm freezing and begin to tremble.
I saw the entity. It was a black figure which looked like it was suspended in the air, and it had no legs. It was extending its arms towards her.
An iron scrap fell from the rooftop.
Oh God, it could have killed someone.
The entity craved the death of not only Lisa, it also wanted to take the life of her sister, Aida. I see a hand drawing some signs. The hand belongs to a woman. It's a part of a ritual. A young woman. She's dead now. She says her name is Lesia.
It's Dad's niece, my cousin.
She died because of a man.
Her husband beat her up to death.
Lesia was only 30. Her husband beat her up badly and didn't let her go outside for a week. She had no chance to ask for help. Her mother found her when she came to visit her daughter, who hadn't answered her calls for a long time.
Her mom took her to the hospital, and she died in her mother's arms.
He did it to her because of the other woman.
He cheated on her.
One day, Lesia came home and found her husband, Alexander, with his mistress. She was going to leave him, but the man decided to stop her by force. My goodness. She had little children.
Yes, she had 2 daughters. One was 9 and the other was 13. They orphaned, and their grandmother raised them.
But her husband got away with it. How is this even possible?
Lesia's husband wasn't punished for what he did.
You! The murderer got away with his crime because of you.
I didn't sue him. I'm Lysia's mother.
Katerina, Lysia's mother, is Alexandra's sister. She was the one who found her bleeding daughter in her house and tried to save her after her unfaithful husband had beaten her badly.
Do you mean you didn't sue the man who killed your daughter?
No. I thought it would be better for the children if they at least had a father. He lived with me and the children for a year.
But he killed your daughter. How could you have agreed to that?
This is in my nature. I can't offend anybody.
Alexander, I see that you also concealed the information on who beat up Lysia.
Then who would care for the kids? The government?
Do you really think that the man who murdered his wife can raise children? At that moment, I heard Lysia's voice. She told me she fell the first prey to the murderous entity, and now Lisa and Aida were doomed. But what kind of force was it that even the jinns couldn't help me deal with it?
These can be demons.
She mentioned something of the sort.
Who mentioned what?
My granddaughter, Tatiana. She died.
Was it Lysia's daughter?
Yes.
I see a slip knot around her neck.
She hung herself.
When her mother died, Tatiana was 13. It was more than 10 years ago. She grew up, graduated from a medical university, and married. She lived in the neighboring village with her husband Pavlo and his parents. Last summer, her mother-in-law found her dead in the backyard.
She did it herself. Something is wrong here. I don't believe it.
It is a mystery to Tatiana's friends and family why the young mother and the successful medic would suddenly kill herself.
She loved life and children, and she wanted to live.
She worked at the therapeutics department of our hospital and was an obstetrician in the village. People elected her to represent our village in the local council.
She changed. She became a recluse.
She stopped communicating with people.
She said, "I wish all those churches to burn. I told her not to say such things, as it's a great sin."
According to Tatiana's family, she became a different person not long before her death. She didn't sleep at night and was trying to go somewhere all the time like someone was calling her. However, when the morning came, she didn't remember anything.
Don't you see the similarity? No. Lisa doesn't understand where she's trying to go either, and she can't recall many things.
I need to work at the site of Tatiana's death. The clairvoyants arrive at the place where the tragedy occurred. Tatiana's husband, Pavlo, and his parents, Volodymyr and Lyudmila, come outside to greet them.
"We want to figure it out. We loved her as our own daughter."
According to Tatiana's husband and mother-in-law, her behavior changed after her daughter Sofia was born. At first, the family thought the young mother suffered from postnatal depression.
"We found a psychotherapist for her, but the therapist said nothing was wrong with her."
However, Tatiana's behavior kept changing day by day.
She was always very cheerful and talkative. But then she withdrew into herself and didn't wish to speak to anybody. We visited monasteries, but they couldn't do anything there.
She said, "I'm not Tatiana, I'm a demon."
We lived for 8 years together. She was the best wife you could dream about.
They were very happy.
Tatiana and I wanted to have a child very much.
But 5 months after the birth of the long-awaited child, Tatiana was gone. I feel your pain. You blame yourself for what happened.
I kissed Sofia goodnight and went to bed. The next morning, I woke up to the screaming and yelling that Tatiana was no more.
Wait, where's Jana?
This is insane. I saw the well and a baby's body in it. The baby was dead. It was Tatiana's little daughter. Her mother killed her.
The next day, after our daughter reached the age of 5 months, she took off her cross and drowned her.
This is unimaginable. How is it even possible? Why did the mother kill her little baby?
Tetiana was hanging on that apple tree. Then my wife ran out of the house, shouting, "The baby's gone!" I saw the well was open. I opened the lid and saw the baby floating down there. Her 2 fingers were scratched. She probably cut them on the edge.
We want to know how she could even do this and what happened to her. Kayal, tell us, please.
The night. I see Tetiana come out of the house, carrying the baby. The girl is sleeping, but Tetiana doesn't drop her in the well. She puts her on the ground and squeezes her neck tightly, and the girl isn't breathing anymore.
Oh God.
The girl died in her sleep, and Tetiana dropped her in the well when she was dead. After that, she hung herself. I suddenly saw Tetiana's spirit.
I'm guilty because I did this, but I'm not the murderer.
I know. I know.
I loved you. Forgive yourself.
If only I could write it.
The entity that was hunting the family made her do it. And then the evil spirit caused Tetiana to commit suicide.
What kind of force is it?
Jana. I can hear Jin again.
Are they back?
He says, "I'll show you the woman whose fault it is." You summoned the entity that's killing this family. Are you Tetiana's friend?
Yes.
This woman's name is Olha. She lives nearby. Did you carry out some rituals?
No. I've never done this.
But why did the Jinn bring me to you?
This woman will be next.
On the 2nd or 3rd day after Tetiana died, I withdrew into myself thinking, drop your child into the well.
Oh God.
I feared to look into my daughter's eyes. I felt like I really wanted to do something to her.
All of a sudden, other women started surrounding us. They all told us they also heard the strange voice and saw the dark silhouette without legs.
The shadow was roaming around me, and it knocked on my window pane.
Was it the legless figure? Did you see it too?
I saw it in my bedroom. It was a little taller than the door.
Dear God, the entity that hunted one family started hunting others. Then I had a vision of an unearthed grave into which 2 coffins were being lowered. Those were Tetiana and her daughter. She who lies in the same grave as her murderer.
Was Tetiana buried in the same grave as her daughter, whom she'd killed?
Yes, they made a grave a little wider.
When you find her who lies in the same grave as her murderer, don't trust Kayal's words.
The Jinn lied to me, and then I realized what was going on. There are light and dark jinns. I work with the good ones, and the one that came to me is evil. He tricked me, but I didn't summon him. Somebody else did it. But who? The brother and the sister will show the way to the truth. You were supposed to burn alive when you were little.
We were kids and the house caught fire. Our neighbor, a young fellow, saved us from the fire.
Alexander and Katerina were only 3 years old. Their mother went outside for a minute, and when she came back, the house was ablaze. It wasn't an accident, but an arson. Your father did it. He wanted to kill you to avenge your mother. The father of the twins began beating their mother. The woman wasn't going to tolerate his abuse and made him leave the house. She forbade him to approach the children. And then he decided to do something awful. He thought, "Since I can't see my children, you won't see them either." However, even after what he did, the father wasn't punished by the law. She feared that your father could return any moment.
And she was willing to even ask the devil to help her.
Jana, my book told me about Katerina and Alexander in the morning. When you see the children in the burning house, find him who grants wishes. Your mother asked a jinn for help, and her close friend helped her. That woman was a Muslim.
Yes, she had such friend.
That woman didn't know much about rituals, and so she summoned an evil jinn. And the evil jinns use people's wishes against them. For instance, if you want wealth, you will have it. All your relatives will die, and you'll inherit all their property. The jinn granted protection to Alexander and Katerina, but now he's taking away the lives of the younger generations. And his power is spreading throughout the village.
Help us rid ourselves of it.
I know one spell, but it's very complicated and dangerous for everyone who is around.
Let's do it like this. You will conduct the ritual and I will protect the people.
Suddenly, the lightning flashed, and thunder began to roar.
It was very cold all of a sudden. I had goosebumps.
I'm scared and shocked.
He refuses to leave. Leave this place. Leave it forever. At this moment, a woman faints.
Quiet, quiet, quiet.
I felt something grab me and throw me down.
God, what is it?
At that moment, I saw him. He was dissolving in the air. And then I felt all the power drain out of me.
Are you unwell?
Jana, I'm all right. We made it. He left, and he won't come back. When you ask otherworldly forces for help, you never know who will come to you. As such, if a dark entity answers your call, it will make you pay a terrible price, no matter how good your intentions are.
I'd really love to say a big thank you to the psychics.
A demon from the other world takes family away, members one by one. Don't miss out. The psychics will find who summoned the evil entity. But can they stop death? This woman's family is asking the psychics for help. Being 35, Ina Kochube says that her life is over.
I died with my child.
Ina's son, Anatoly, died under mysterious circumstances. It happened on the railway tracks, in the town where the family lives.
A train hit my son. He was 17. I only lived for him.
Ina's older sister, Jana, says there's no formal crossing at the place where it happened. Yet the locals usually cross the tracks there. For many years, Anatoly also walked this path. That evening, he was returning home as usual.
Ina called him and he said, "Yes, Mom, I'll be home soon."
It was their last conversation, after which the boy stopped answering the calls.
Later, a policeman answered the phone and said Anatoly was dead.
The teenager who regularly crossed the railway tracks to and from home knew the train schedule well. Furthermore, when he saw him on the tracks, the train driver sounded the horn loud for a long time. Did Anatoly really see or hear nothing?
The police said it was an accident.
The train driver told the police that the young man seemed frozen on the track.
The driver said he was just standing there, as if something were holding him in place.
There are no witnesses to the tragedy, but everyone around heard the endless, piercing train horn.
He was pulled here from over there. It's about 20-30 meters.
No alcohol or drugs were found in Anatoly's blood. The investigators concluded it wasn't suicide, and the family insists he had no reason to do it. Anatoly graduated from school successfully and aspired to develop himself.
He was very talented, and he wanted to be a sound engineer.
I miss my child. I'd give anything to hear his voice.
But the most terrifying part is that this is the third death in the family within a short period. First, Ina's beloved husband passed away. The man died at 37 from a sudden heart attack.
The only thing I could say was, it's impossible.
The woman stayed alone, strangely, but on the same day, 3 months later, her sister's husband died, too. He was also 37, and his heart suddenly stopped as well.
I feel desolated and miss him terribly.
The women are convinced the evil entity, looking like a werewolf, is killing the men in their family. Each sister sees it at her home.
It's like an animal covered in fur, yet it resembles a human.
Some kind of werewolf.
The horrifying otherworldly creature appears before each death in the family occurs, as if it's mocking the sisters.
It choked me and laughed.
I start praying, but I can't utter the prayer, and I only hear the eerie laughter.
The mother didn't believe her daughters for a long time until she witnessed this ominous entity with her own eyes at her home.
It's like some kind of beast. It strangled me, and I couldn't get up or scream.
The women had their homes consecrated, bought protective talismans, hung horseshoes, and even consulted village seers to banish the evil entity, but all in vain.
Our family is dying out, like someone is finishing us off.
Now, the women worry about the remaining men in the family, their father, brother, and especially the youngest family member, Jana's son.
Losing your child is the worst thing imaginable.
Recently, 12-year-old Sasha narrowly escaped death. Someone invisible pushed him when he was at home, and he fell and hit his temple on the corner of a table.
He had a huge bruise on his head. It was awful.
The doctors said Sasha was lucky. If the impact had been a centimeter lower, he wouldn't be alive.
Please come and help us.
Azerbaijani psychic Kayal Alekbarov and Ukrainian clairvoyant Jana Shulikova agreed to help. On the eve of the investigation, Kayal arrived in Ukraine. On his way from the airport, he decided to call his colleague to discuss what he sensed.
My djinns showed me a strange clock without hands and with strange symbols instead of numbers. Suddenly, the clock burst into flames. My djinns also showed me a woman's hand with a glinting needle, and they said, "Beware of the third yes."
Needles are often used in dark rituals, but what kind of werewolf is haunting the family? Let's find out. Reveal yourself.
Zana, it's behind you.
The next moment, it flung by me and seemed to enter the tablet screen like a portal.
We still don't know how to explain it, but the driver who was transporting the psychic and his translator suddenly fainted.
Are you all right?
Our driver fainted, right after you summoned the entity. I barely kept control of the vehicle.
The werewolf didn't want us to interfere.
The next morning, the psychics are ready to proceed with their investigation.
Yesterday, I saw the spirit of a man in the mirror, the same man whose death I predicted many years ago when I was in Zakarpattia region. He was a young man. When I looked at him, I saw him lying, covered in blood, at the feet of a woman. I remember warning him back then, "Be careful, you might die young."
Why did he come to see you now?
He said, "Tell her the whole truth. She's suffering greatly." It's weird that his spirit appeared while I was working with the photo of the family. They're somehow connected.
Hello?
I'm so grateful you've come.
Indeed, the werewolf-looking evil entity is involved in all the deaths in your family. But I never suspected that its appearance was linked to a horrifying murder.
What's that strange sound?
Wait.
Someone's knocking.
Like a bird pecking at a window pane. He's crying and...
Jana, do you see a spirit?
Yes.
Who's that?
He's tall, dark-haired and thin.
That's my husband.
He says he knocked on your window before.
Yes, yes.
It turns out that after Ole's death, Jana and her son indeed heard strange knocking on the window at night.
My son and I woke up because someone was knocking on the window.
He says, "My kitty."
That's what he used to call me.
He's standing next to you. His hands are on your shoulders.
I felt him hugging me. I'll never forget you.
Your late husband wants to protect his son from this evil force.
He's telling me to look for a house with 2 dogs.
That's probably my mother's house.
The entity appeared there. Can we go there?
Yes.
My name is Larissa. This is my husband.
The spirit of Jana's husband brought us here.
He was like a son to us.
Come in.
Did you just hear the laughter? It was inhuman, eerie laughter.
Yes, someone laughed.
Apart from Jana and me, only those whom the entity was hunting heard its laughter, and the laughter sent chills down my spine.
I'm trembling.
The entity feeds on grief and despair. Let's go inside quickly. I see the spirit of a young man. It's your grandson, who died under the train. Where is his mother?
She's here, but she's very unwell. She doesn't wish to live.
Your grandson's spirit says, "Tell Mom not to cry. She must continue living. I love her very much, and I love all of you."
Anatoly, my dear.
We love you very much, our dear boy.
He says, "This animosity makes you weak. Enough of it." I don't really understand what's going on. Anatoly, who did you see before your death?
What kind of entity is that?
Where did it come from?
Anatoly is showing me a needle.
Did you find any hidden needles here?
My husband did.
One needles, and then another tucked in like that.
It's possible the entity was bound to them.
Do you suspect anyone of this?
Yes, her name is Caleria.
Caleria is Larissa's best friend. During the celebration of her husband's birthday, while everyone was at the table, she, for some reason, went to this room, and then they found the needles hidden in the wallpaper.
Since then, all these misfortunes began.
The women haven't spoken for 10 years since the incident with the needles.
Your friend is connected to magic. I see books next to her.
She had some nasty spells in them.
She has a special room there with candles.
She practices witchcraft. That's why we suspect her.
Let's go to see her. As soon as everyone stepped into the yard, it started snowing, and Jana Shulikova inexplicably froze in place.
I see that young man again.
The one from Zakarpattia?
Yes. He's not related to you.
Not related?
He said, "You'll learn the truth about my death from her." He's pointing at Larissa.
Who is he?
Jana, let's first deal with that woman.
Hello. We're here to help this family. You know them, don't you?
Of course I do.
You visited this family's house, and then they found some needles there.
I definitely didn't do it.
I came into the room, and you were sitting there alone, weren't you?
Honestly, I don't remember that. I never did any magic at all.
But I sense you did magic.
I recited prayers to ward off the evil eye.
Not just prayers, but also spells. But, Larissa, it wasn't your friend who summoned the entity.
Thank you, Kayal. I carried this burden for 10 years.
I can only offer my condolences for your grief. I never wished any harm to you.
Now nothing spoils your friendship again.
We miss each other. Larissa, thank you so much.
But who left those needles then?
Kayal Alekperov asked for a few minutes to work with his sacred book.
A woman who used to be your neighbor brought the needles to the house. But the charm didn't work.
It has no connection to the terrible deaths in the family.
And then my djinn showed me the strange clock without hands again.
He had a dream about a clock.
It had little coffins instead of the hands.
I feel it's connected to your house. We need to go back there.
There he is. Stop.
What happened, Jana? Is that the dead boy from Zakarpattia?
He's lying on the ground, covered in blood. He was killed, Kayal.
He was killed right on this spot.
But what does the spirit want from the psychics? And what does all this have to do with the family?
Her son killed him. This blood is on your family's hands.
Sasha did it.
The tragedy happened right here. But how come Larissa's son killed someone?
It happened because of a girl.
He wanted to protect her.
That evening, Alexander and his friends saw two men trying to rob a young girl.
We saw the girl crying. One started running away and the other was rummaging through her purse. We didn't intend to kill them. The things just got too heated.
You stood up for the woman and a fight started, right?
The fight started and ended right here.
That's why in my vision, I saw the dead young man next to a woman.
Was one of the victims from Zakarpattia?
Yes, he was somewhere from the west.
I heard him promise his mother to a lot of money before leaving home. His friend called him with him, saying he needed to collect a debt, but it was actually a planned robbery. When the friend attacked the girl, the young man from Zakarpattia was shocked.
He ran away because he got scared.
He wasn't a robber.
He keeps coming because the mother considers him a criminal.
He wanted us to tell the truth. But I sense that you believe the deaths in your family might be connected to this murder.
Yes. We thought Sasha's sin affected our entire family.
This idea occurred to the family members after Larissa's grandson tragically died on the railway track. It happened on the date when, 13 years ago, his uncle committed the murder.
The fact that Tolya died on November 4th and that Sasha killed those men on November 4th, could it really be a coincidence?
No, it's not a coincidence.
For my sins. My mother blames me too.
The family members turned into enemies.
My mother thinks I'm her enemy because I support Sasha.
The entity preying on men in your family appeared shortly after the murder. There is a connection between these two events.
The young man's spirit told me. Return to their house.
The murdered man's spirit is showing me an image from the past. I see this room. There's a table and candles burning. And on the table, there's a round board with letters.
People summoning spirits.
Ina summoned a spirit. She drew a circle and wrote letters and moved a needle.
Why did you summon the spirit?
To ask when Sasha would be released.
The woman says she and her sister loved their brother and were deeply concerned when he was arrested. To find out if Oleksandr really killed someone and what would happen to him, they took a desperate step and decided to summon a supernatural force.
The board is often used during spirit summoning sessions. When the spirit responds, it moves the needle on a thread, pointing at the letters to spell out words.
He answered us letter by letter.
That's why you saw the clock of death in your dream.
We drew the board like a clock face.
We wanted to talk to my mother.
But that wasn't your mother's spirit at all. What did it say when it came?
I will take your soul.
Who did the sisters summon from the other world that he threatened to take their souls?
Oh, Lord.
To even understand this, we need a seance. We need a table, paper, and a marker. Was it like this?
Yes.
We need to open the window. It will be our portal.
Who are you? Come to us.
It moved on its own. The needle. It was responding.
Are you here? Yes. Do you want to talk? Yes. Are you an entity? No. Are you a demon?
Dear God. The window slammed shut.
It's horrendous. The candle toppled. There can be a fire.
The women summoned a demon.
Help us, please.
We must send the demon back to the other world.
Using fire and the needle, I was supposed to summon the demon. And the family members were to offer him a ransom.
He's here. I see his horns.
I see the horns too.
Give him the ransom, quick.
Throw it.
The demon refused from the ransom. He tried to attack with fire.
Oh, dear God.
Kayal, you're bleeding.
Blood is what the demon wants. The demon accepted my blood. I see the spirit of your grandson, Larissa. He says, I can't bear to watch you argue. The murder committed by my uncle separated you and made you enemies.
The women can't hold back tears because it's true.
We're really enemies. It hurts so much.
It's painful to see. Our family is falling apart.
Family means protection, and only together you can resist any evil force.
I'm so grateful to you.
Thank you.
This is simply horrifying. A random crime destroyed a once happy family, but we hope that thanks to the psychics, these people can become close to one another again.